Hey Algebra 2. In this video, we will be talking about section 3.4 using long division to factor. So, we can use long division to help factor polynomials and to see if a root is a solution / factor of a polynomial. To do this, we use what's called the Factor Theorem. Basically, this Factor Theorem says that the binomial come on, sorry, it's not focusing. Or we know we have a factor, so the binomial x minus a is a factor of the polynomial function. I'm just going to say p of x if the remainder is 0. So let's do an example. So we could say, is x plus 3 a factor of, and then maybe I'll call it the function f of x equals x squared minus x minus 12. And I'm just going to give us an easy one. Right? We could factor this and say, okay, what two things multiply? So the math looks like this. To check, we're going to say, okay, let's divide this function x squared minus x minus 12 by x plus 3. So how many times does x go into x? Or what do I need to multiply x by to get x squared? And that's going to be x. So then we do x times x is x squared. X times 3 is 3x. Put them in parentheses and subtract. So x squared minus x squared cancels, and negative 1 minus 3, that'll be negative 4x. And then we're going to bring down that negative 12. So what do I need to multiply x by to get negative 4x? And that's going to be negative 4. And we multiply, so negative 4 times x is negative 4x, and negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. And that's great, because then when I subtract, I get a remainder of 0. So because this question is saying, is x plus 3 a factor? We can say, yes, x plus 3 is a factor of f of x because, make sure you understand why, the remainder is 0. And there you go. So we could also do a factor problem and say, is is x plus 3, I'll do a different polynomial though, a factor of call this one g of x, and 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 11x minus 6. And then say, if so, rewrite in factored form. Or I could say factor completely, or I don't know, something along those lines. Okay, so first thing we need to do is long division. So I'm going to do my division symbol, and then inside I'll put my 2x cubed, and make sure there's a term for each part, right? So we go cubed, squared, right? X to the third, x to the second power, x to the first power, x to the 0 power. So we do have a term for each place. So we're going to do 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 11x minus 6. And then to the left of the division symbol, we put our x plus 3. And then I'm going to say, okay, what do I multiply x by to get 2x cubed? So that's going to be 2x squared. And we multiply by x to get 2x cubed. And then we do 2x squared times 3, so 6x squared. And subtract. So these cancel, and 3 minus 6 is negative 3x squared. Bring down our minus 11x. Do it again. So what do I need to multiply x by to get negative 3x squared? Negative 3x. And then we do negative 3x times 3, so we get negative 9x and subtract. These cancel. Negative 11 minus negative 9 will be negative 2x. We still have another term, so we bring it down. What do I multiply by x to get negative 2x? That'll be negative 2. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. So this is looking great. We get a remainder of 0. So that means that we can rewrite this in like so. So g of x is going to equal x plus 3, right? Because we divided it by x plus 3. And when we divided, we were left with 2x squared minus 3x minus 2. Now, I said rewrite in factored form. This isn't quite in factored form because we can still factor, right? 2x squared minus 3x minus 2 is factorable. So now I'm going to keep factoring. So we can do factor by grouping here. So off on the side, I'm going to do some scrap work. What multiplies to a times c and adds to b? So 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. This is negative 3. So that'll be negative 4 and 1. And remember, I replace my negative 3x with negative 4x and 1x. So 2x squared minus 4x plus x minus 2. Okay, so then we group it. So what's the greatest factor of this group? 2x. We're left with x minus 2. And the greatest common factor here is just positive 1. We're left with x minus 2. And then we factor. We can factor out the x minus 2. And we have 2x plus 1 left. And that is our final function. So g of x equals x plus 3 times x minus 2. And you don't have to rewrite it, but just because it's our notes. My pen is really struggling right now. And that is our final answer. This is it in factored form.